welcome back. You missed our last episode. Today we are bringing you a very new one. Today's topic is already heated. I'm feeling hot here already. My guests are already hot. It's a little bit dicey and very controversial. Today you wouldn't see my usual guest, and a single be any hand say, hey, that be me a single. I just remembered. So myself and one other guest are single. We have two married couples here, one lady and one gentleman. We are talking about a story that came to us. So I'll read the story to you, then I get in with my guest. My name is Amasi Kappa and this is the Couch Show. Before we get into it, let me acknowledge my sponsors. So this show is proudly brought to you by Benachi Company Limited. And also we are sponsored by Beatrix Clothing. You'll find her on IG, you'll find her on WhatsApp. You put her number and her handle on the screen. My hair was made by LK Beauty Parlor. So Akosia Glit and Glamour is our makeup artist. She's not here with us today. Speedily recovery, baby girl. Yeah, she has always been with us. So let me introduce my guest to you. Then we get into the show. But then let's go for a very quick commercial break. So welcome back from that break. I have here with me three lovely people to discuss this story that came to us. Let me just introduce them first. Then we go to the main story. I read the story out to you. So I have here with me Edwin Toto. He is the PRO for NADMO, New Jabin South. And I also have here with me Ruth Eduamwa. She's a cosmetologist. And then not a newcomer, Perfect Wonder. She was with us here last week. She's the CEO of Love and Action Embassy. So guys, Akwaba.
Thank you.
Okay, I believe you've all gone through the story, but for the sake of our viewers, let me read it so that they understand what is going on. So the story we have here is a lady wrote, and I read, my husband just came back from work by 7 o'clock, had his bath. I served him his food. He rejected it and told me that he wanted to eat fish pepper soup. By that time, I had also just come back from work. I told him that it was not possible, that he should wait till tomorrow. Fish pepper soup is something I have to plan and it takes time. He got upset and called me lazy. In my presence, he picked his phone and called the girl. He put the phone on speaker and he told the girl he wanted fish pepper soup. The girl responded and told him that she will rush to the supermarket and buy fish. He should start coming. Okay. My husband dressed up and drove out of the house. I was just looking at him in shock as he dressed up, picked his keys and zoomed off. Okay. So let me take this part here. She said, my own husband dressed up and drove out of the house. I was just looking at him in shock as he dressed up, picked his keys and zoomed off. I need to know if I did something wrong. Do you think I should have gone out to buy fish that night? I just came back from work. Too after the long traffic. What can I do now? This is the height of disrespect. Monsampa. I present, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our story for the day. So guys, before we go into it, Mr. Edwin here is a married man. Because of this story is talking about a married couple, so I made sure our guest suited the topic. Mr. Edwin is a married man, and Mrs. Ruth is also a married woman. Perfect Wonder is in my category, so we move. So okay, guys, what do you think? What do you think about the story? So I'll start with Edwin. What do you think about the story?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I also greet your audience.
Okay.
Um, the story is interesting. It's very interesting, but before I go deep into it, I want to, go with a question
Yeah.
about the woman who came from work and wanted to prepare some dish for the husband.
Yeah.
Before the woman left the house to work,
Mhm.
what did she discuss with the husband? That what would you like to eat for supper? If in that case the woman was not able to do that, and now both comes back home, and the woman wanted to prepare something, and the husband says no, he wouldn't like to eat that food, but he preferred to eat A or B. Then from that point, I would say the woman had it wrong,
Okay.
in the sense that I believe that the woman should have discussed with the husband that, oh, this evening I'll prepare this and that.
Mhm.
From that point, the husband can also say, okay, I'll not eat, I prefer this.
Okay.
In as much as the woman should have asked the husband,
Mhm.
the husband too could have
Communicated.
with the wife that, oh, what will you be cooking for supper?
Yeah.
The woman was, oh, I'll be doing this and that, so I'll prefer this. And there, communication wise or understanding wise, both can come to a compromise. And
Yeah.
then you know that coming home, we are coming to eat this
Okay.
or that.
Okay.
But once that did not happen, definitely it will generate to a conflict where the
Yeah.
husband say, no, I'll not eat this, I prefer this and that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think for the start point, I'll rest here and then
Okay.
I'll continue from there.
Okay. I wanted to ask you a question, but you let me go and come.
Okay.
Precious, perfect. What did we have for precious? Perfect. Now, but let me now. We are so snow. So, Ruth, tell us, what do you think about the story in general?
Thank you for this opportunity, and I'd like to greet our viewers.
Yeah.
With a story, if you've been married for a couple of time, like a period of time, this story wouldn't be new to you. A lot of married women experience that. Like from the point where my brother was saying, he said, when you study the story, you see like there is a communication gap about what they will eat and like they didn't communicate it well. But even if it didn't go on well, and he came back and told you, you've prepared this for me, I don't want this, I rather want that one. First of all, I would like to say, the man knew it was late, but yes, still he insisted that I want fish pepper soup.
Yeah.
And he lives in the environment. He knows whether the supermarket is off or something. He's been living with you.
Okay.
Maybe he doesn't know the food you have, the ingredients you have. Based on the story that the woman said, it was impossible to prepare the food. Maybe she didn't have food stuff that she could have improvised, even if it's not the pepper soup. Or whatever it is, she didn't add to it. So we're just speculating, say this, maybe this. Even if that didn't go on well, I think she could have said it in a way. He knew the man. You've lived with him. You could have said it, oh, I can't prepare this food because of this and that and that. And a lot of times men, they want to listen to logical reasoning than we women. Like if you are explaining something to a man, you have to give him reason why he has to do this.
Okay.
Not like we women, we are mostly like we are caught up in emotions.
Okay.
So you could have told a man what the reason was, and he's your husband. Maybe he would have understood.
Okay. So, perfect. Coming. I know you are not married, but reading this whole story, how did you feel?
Well, hi to our viewers. It's a sad thing, as my senior man and woman have said already.
Seniors have come in.
My seniors have said already. Yeah, I also think there is a communication gap, in the family or like in the home. They have an issue with communication because you slept with the same man in the same bed.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, what to take in the evening? Okay, my dear, this evening I want to take fish pepper soup. With that one, the woman will know what to do. Maybe from work, she might have brunch, the supermarket or the market, get the stuff, come and prepare it. But it can also be that there is something deeper to this than what she's saying. Maybe there is an issue in the home, and it can also be that the man also has an agenda.
Yeah,
for the
he
day.
has an agenda. It's just like can also. He has an agenda. You people are not saying it. That's what I'm not getting. That man has an agenda.
Yes,
I mean, I'm seeing that the man wanted.
We will get there.
He wanted a way to go out. You understand?
He's a man. If you want to go out, he will go out anyway.
He's building up a case. The
fight.
man is building up a case. He's building ways to get out and do whatever he wants. And then later, when it comes back to bite his ass, he will have an excuse that because you didn't do A, B, C, that's why I did what I did. Okay, so fine. Let's move on. This is decision time. We are not even going deeper before you do that. Who was right? Who was wrong? I'm nowhere standing near the man. For the story, who was right? Because the lady didn't cook the food. We understand. But she did her duty as a woman. She provided the food. She served him the food. Not like she didn't at all. What I say? What servile? What's the woman pay? What I say? And if you don't want it, as an understanding husband, she didn't even say she will not do it crowd. She said tomorrow. Fine. The man also hinted on something that you are lazy. So it could be that the woman has been feeding him one way food, and it has gotten to the peak, and then he's also tired, and then use that opportunity to go out. You understand? So for me, I don't know where I stand, but in my heart, I know where I stand. So Edwin, where do you stand here?
Yeah. For me, if you look at my explanation that I gave earlier on, that I asked a question that did the woman discuss with the husband, because in marriage communication is key.
Yeah.
Even if you are quarreling, you are fighting, you have to communicate. The
How do you communicate with someone you're quarreling?
There are so many ways you can communicate. Even if you don't want to talk, you can use your body, body language. There are non-verbal communications that you can use. So based on that, I'll stand that the woman was wrong. Now, my argument is that once the woman was not able to discuss with the husband that, what will you eat when you come back from work? The woman is wrong. So now when it came that the man is rejecting the food that the woman preferred to prepare for the husband.
So how can the woman be wrong? Fine.
No, I'm coming. The reason why I'm saying that is it's the responsibility of the woman to prepare the menu in consultation with the husband.
Okay.
The two of them have to sit down, prepare the menu, and then
I feel like this one came as a surprise. So the man is having an appetite as at that time.
If they have prepared the menu for the week, I know Monday after work evening I'll eat this. So if I come and it's the same thing, I have to eat. Even that, if based on the ingredients in the house, the woman wants to change the food, you still have to communicate to the husband.
Because he's going to consume it.
That is it. And call the husband that no, you will not eat fufu. You eat right instead. But if nothing of this happened, the woman is wrong here. So the woman have to apologize to the husband. Immediately the husband rejected the food, the woman have to apologize to the husband. You know, it's not only women that likes pampering. We men also do.
Extremely.
Yes, even though I don't want to eat, but the way you pamper me, apologize, try to make some, funny things. Even that call wouldn't have come for me to go to a different woman. He will say, okay, fine. Okay, prepare me this. Okay, I'll take tea and bread, which will be okay. So then, it is that, you see, when it comes to food and those stuff is the woman. All right.
Yeah, so you should
But
trust your wife.
You see,
Because me as a wife, I
Yes.
don't think I'll be calling you and be preparing a menu and showing you. You should trust
But
me
you
to
know-
take off the home.
you know,
and I know
me
what
like
you
this.
like to eat
Me
and
like
all
this.
that. So if you come on and
Me
make
like this.
something, at least you should eat.
men like this,
You
maybe
should
maybe
eat.
my
If I don't want to eat,
my senior
Yeah.
my senior madam here will
Yeah.
testify that sometimes we the men will also come down. I want to eat this,
Sure.
even though maybe the menu is there.
Yeah.
But a time where the man does not ask
Mm.
or does not tell you that prefer that I'll eat this,
Mhm.
and you too you forgot to ask the husband, the blame shouldn't shift to the husband.
Sure.
We the men once a while will come. Oh, today they will eat this.
So the woman
Today they
was wrong.
prefer
Is
this.
it, was the man also right responding that way?
No, the man was not right. But here is the case. Sometimes it will depend on the
Provocation.
provocation. The words that will be coming from the
Sure.
woman. Because there are certain women, immediately I say, no, I won't eat this. I won't eat. I prefer this.
Hellfire.
Oh, what time can I cook this? I don't have them with them. What fire? You see, the kind of words that will be coming out from the mouth, the man too can also respond negatively or say something that will not go well for the woman. That's why I said that if the woman instantly, no, you should realize that, no, I should have asked my husband, what will you eat? He didn't do that. So quickly you have to apologize. So if the apology comes and then you pamper the man small and those stuff, I don't think the man...
So what if let me come to Mrs. Ruth. What if this scenario, the same scenario, I've served you what is available, you don't want it. As a wife, I have pampered you, baby, eat for me tomorrow, I'll make you your favorite. You understand? Then this same man does not like take the pampering or whatever it is I'm doing to him and then wants to do the same thing. Because I am feeling like the man, or like we're about arguing for like he has an agenda. He wanted to do that. You understand? And he's using that as an excuse. So how then do you blame the woman for this?
You know, women have a way that we really get to a man. That is what's different from a man. A woman is different from a man. Definitely. And it is your husband, your own husband. You know him better than anybody else. So you know how to talk to him. In every man lies a king and a fool. The one you provoke is the one you enjoy. Last week, my husband said I should prepare fufu. But the cassava didn't go well.
Okay.
So in this case, I told him the cassava didn't go well. So I'll suggest we do something else.
Okay.
So it is like my brother was saying, communication. Know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. I don't think this man is too somewhere like, unless of course like you are saying, say, well, boni team pon or person you're not there. And you know they are different. No matter what you do, he will go. But if it is not so, there is a way the woman, like my brother is saying, if you did the thing wrong, just apologize. He didn't say he wants that food and you brought him that food. So give him reason to eat that food.
Wow.
Sometimes you want to, we as human, sometimes you prepare your food in your fridge. When you open the fridge, you wouldn't want to eat any of that food in the fridge.
Yeah,
you want
sure.
something else. And in certain situations, you can compromise. But in other situations, you won't compromise. You just want something else. So maybe it could be in that case that the man didn't want that food that she prepared, but he really wanted a fish.
But was that the best way to go about it?
With a man?
Yes.
I condemn what he did totally. You don't do that to a woman. No matter how evil or how irresponsible you think she is.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility as a man, the head of the home, to know how to groom your wife.
Okay. Perfect. Let me come to you. Let me come to you because I think we are standing on the same scale. If it were you, what would you have done?
At that instance.
Yeah, your husband
My
say
husband
you are
would say-
tired from work, you can't make the food, and now he wants to work out and go. So let's say that he has made the call in your presence and now he wants to dress up and go. Would you have done something to stop him, or would you just relax like, okay, go?
I would have done something to stop him. like he's my husband, I'll know the exact words to give him that will hit him at his heart. Like he won't even get to the entrance of the door.
Would that be pampering or scolding? Which would that one be?
I'll pamper him. At that instance, he needs pampering. Serious one. Correct pampering at that instance.
Why am I alone on this one? I don't understand. Why am I alone on this one?
At that instance, he needs pampering.
I am your wife. I'm not your maid.
Exactly.
I have cooked for you. It's not like I didn't cook. I have cooked for you. And I have promised you that tomorrow you have your fish pepper soup. So you can't do this for me as a wife. I went to work too.
Sure.
You are also from work. We are partners. We are both tired. So if let's assume that you, the man, I needed something from you. You told me, baby, things are hard at work. I can't give you at this moment. Then I call another man in your presence. That since you are not capable as a man, I'm calling another man to give me, and he says, okay, come for the money. And I dress up in front of the man and go, what do you think would have happened? No, like everybody's saying, so the man should have pampered the woman. Oh, baby, don't go. I'll work hard and give you the money.
Not that. If I'll come in here, if men with our ego, some men can come like, oh, baby, why? Why are you giving me this food? I'll not eat this food. The way you talk to the woman, if the woman also comes with that same anger and attitude, then there will be war. But here is the case, you should know how men are. So the man is coming on you hard, complaining, you have to be sober. So you being that sober, you lower the man will come down. But if you also meet the man in that same manner, that, oh, you always, if I cook this, you don't want to eat.
But the woman is a human. Let's understand.
The
woman is a human. Because my boy is Jumaba. The traffic. My boss is stressing me. I am tired.
But the moment you also want to raise your shoulders, like the man, no man will allow you.
No.
You see, no man will allow you. Even though you are at fault, no man will allow you.
Sorry.
Like,
so
no, me
and my sister, with this, when you want to marry, you should understand, say, marriage is not like relationship. Relationship thrive on feeling and emotions.
Yeah.
Today I feel like this.
Exactly.
Today I feel like going out with you. I'll go out with you. But with marriage, whether you like it or not, you have to perform.
Yeah.
Your responsibility. It doesn't matter whether you are so drained out from working, from your office. Who told you to go?
Wait, this question has come. Let me just ask you. You people should answer in honest, like with all sincerity. Is marriage sweet? You people are you happy? No, like with all that are you happy? Are you happy at all? Be honest. Is marriage sweet? Ask me. You answer me first.
Is life sweet?
Yeah, of course,
marriage is sweet when there is happiness. When you are, the atmosphere is good. Maybe for the past 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the atmosphere is good. Marriage is sweet. But the moment those heckles and conflict comes in, one person will be thinking the other way around. But at the same time, the moment there is happiness, sometimes it strengthens it, and then you are good to go. So you shouldn't expect 100%.
I understand that even in whether you are single, whether you are dating, even normal friendship, there's ups and downs. You are not always going to be happy with the person. Even working with people, it's like that.
Okay.
But does that guarantee that I have to go through the mud, I have to go through hellfire, I have to go through all the, excuse my French, all the nonsense just because I am married? Is it worth it?
Yes, it is. It is. When you stood at the altar, you were saying for better, for worse. I think that a lot of time we don't understand our vows.
You should open the roof for me. Let me get out.
No, you don't understand your vows. You were not forced. You were not under duress.
For better, for worse, does it mean that come and suffocate me?
What is suffocating about this issue? It was simple. The woman could have solved this thing simply.
and she was wrong. So does it mean that
She was wrong with what?
she was wrong that fine she couldn't provide whatever you want at this time? But 2 wrongs doesn't make a right. For you to
Exactly.
go to that extent of
You
disrespecting
could, and that
me.
is what my brother was saying, that from the beginning, when he said he didn't like the food, you know you are tired. You
Okay.
are tired. So you should find a way to soften the situation. Don't aggravate it.
Guys, I'm sweating already. Like
Don't aggravate
my
it.
temperature is going high. I'm sweating.
Don't aggravate it at all. It is better to talk softly with
I
it.
have a
As the
question
Bible even said that
Mhm.
a soft answer turns away wrath.
Good.
So immediately you saw that the tension was building, you could have just softened the atmosphere,
Okay.
and all of this wouldn't have happened.
Sure.
Guys, we'll go for a break. But before then, let me throw this question to them. Then when we come back, we answer. So that we can calm down. Because I'm not thinking straight. Like you I'm not understanding certain things. Could this case not be an issue of an abusive husband? Because abuse comes in so many forms. That's how I'm seeing this issue. Because the man could be emotionally abusive, or verbally abusive, or maybe physical.
Psychologically.
You understand? So this could be a form of an abuse with marriage and the woman and a Brazil response. Not, oh, many people are married, they are not happy. You understand? Like that's what I'm asking. Are you people happy? Because with this, Charlie, we are going for a break. When we come back, but you, I'm sweating. Like, how can you tell me this? Okay, so welcome back from that break. It's mixed feelings here. A lot of disagreements and all that. You should have seen as, behind the scenes. But let's continue with my question. Mr. Edwin, let me come to you. Do you see this case as some form of abusive situation?
Well, looking at the story, I can only see that if the woman is doing all the things right, and yes, the man still talks to the woman anyhow, maybe with some insults, with the extent of calling the different person or the girlfriend to prepare and do all those kind of things. That one fine, but there are certain men too that intentionally they worry the woman. No matter what the woman will prepare, we wouldn't like it, or will have something to say
Yeah.
about the food, maybe about the meat, fish, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Oh, it's too small.
It's too
the
soft,
soup,
it's too hard.
salt,
Yeah.
no
Just
matter
to
how
find
you prepare,
offense,
you will
right?
just
Yeah.
find some fault about it, okay? But in as much as the man does that crap, well, you should have a way of, going
Way around it.
about it. Maybe not at the instant where you are eating and stuff, and then, but at the right time you can find, oh,
Sure.
baby, the last time the soup you prepared, I found out that there was a little salt. I think next time try and you see, you have to find a way of doing that. So talking about abusement, yet they are there. Some men do, some men do. But looking at the story that we are based on, it will depend how it happened, how the woman talks to the man and stuff. But I will not condemn the abusement, but it is there. Some men treat some women very bad, very bad.
So okay, let me come to Miss Ruth. I couldn't deliver. I am wrong, as the woman. I am wrong. I couldn't deliver, but it's punishing me worth it, because I thought marriage was supposed to be hand in hand. You are supposed to be partners. Maybe this is my weakness. You understand? As a husband, are you not supposed to be support? I mean, sometimes the woman can be wrong, but how the man responds to it, she'll have some sort of regret, for like, I have this wonderful man and all that. So maybe next time, even if it's 10 o'clock, she'll cook for you. So in this case, if it was an abusive case, what advice would you have for the woman?
Yes, first of all, I'll say yes, it will be an abuse for the woman, because hearing your husband, the one you love, to call another woman in front of you, make up for what you couldn't do, psychologically and emotionally, you'll be traumatized.
Yeah.
Yes, I can understand with it. But then 2 wrongs doesn't make right. And I believe she's not the only person who's going through this. And from the story, you can see it is beyond just the man rejecting the food, because there are so many lapses in there, and the food has become an excuse. Maybe the man is seeing that girl for who knows what.
Yeah. And I wanted to go see her at that particular time, so
if you are giving me food I don't like it, it's another opportunity to go see my girlfriend.
Okay.
So the woman should get back to herself, sit down and assess the situation. Where did I go wrong to get the man to this point of calling another woman because of food? So she should sit back where she might have faltered in. She should correct herself and sit the man down and let them talk. They should talk about this issue, because it's not right, no matter what she did. And I believe what the Bible said about men love their husband. He said Christ is the head of the church, and the man is the head of the woman. And as Christ gave himself for the church, a lot of men do not go to that level with their wife. And if God is telling you are the head of that house, it means you take dominion over the house, over the man and your children. You should train your wife. You are like Christ in the home. So you should train your wife. She has her weaknesses. She's a lazy woman. And you have been with her for this while. So what are you doing about the laziness? It shouldn't be an excuse to take you out. A lot of time in marriages, when there are crises, that's the time we run out of it. But it should be a time that it takes two to marry.
But do you think some things are worth fighting for?
Yes.
So let's assume this is a situation the man, because I see it to be abusive. That's me. Let me just go blunt on it. I see it to be he is abusing the woman mentally or whatever. If she's lazy, go out and eat and come back. Or no, if like I'm talking about the incident at that night, go out and eat, come back, and then probably solve it. If you can't deal with it and all that, find a way. But doing that to her in return is that you are punishing her. There are men that when you are with them, any little thing you do, if you say sorry like 10 times, they don't care. They'll find a way to hurt you. You understand? That is a form of abuse. So sometimes the women are not even at fault, because we are human. No matter the perfect wife that you are, you falter somewhere. So must your husband punish you? No. Let me ask you, must your husband punish you because why I'm from so? Let's take it. The woman is lazy. She didn't cook the food for the man. Did she deserve that?
No, she doesn't deserve. No woman deserves that. No human being deserves that, because Bible says God loves us even in our sinful state. So if your wife is lazy, help her out of the laziness. But returning that negative vibe, calling another woman, it's too disrespectful, it's too abusive.
So if you were right, if you were that woman in that situation, you were right, you knew, you've not done anything wrong. Where you even live, you can't get those ingredients.
Don't say that she didn't do anything wrong.
No, I'm trying to make a scenario here. Let's assume that where you live, you can't get all those stuff. As at that time, you are tired from work, but there's food your husband can eat, and you've explained to him calmly in the softest of voices, and yes, still he does that to you. What would you have done?
Personally, based on my experience as a married woman, I think there is depending on the man you are living with. My husband, I know my husband, and I know how to get to him. So definitely I'll do something about it. But even if I try and it gets to the state that he has to leave the house, there's nothing I can do to stop him. He's over 18 years. Legally, he's matured. You can't hold him.
Yeah.
He can go. But when you go, before you come back, you come and meet a happy woman. The fact that you left me to sleep with another woman doesn't mean that my life have come to an end. No, there is more to life.
So you are going to stay with
the
same man?
And I'll do what I have to correct in my life.
Okay.
And I'll stay. Because I vowed I'm going to stay with you.
Okay.
For better, for worse. Unless,
Okay.
of course, my life is at risk. Maybe you are hitting me.
But don't you think? But abuse, they don't have to hit you, because sometimes you lose your sanity.
Yes.
When someone start abusing you emotionally or psychologically, you lose your sanity. And don't you think with that your life is at stake?
Yes, your life can be at stake. I believe that we all have our mental fortitude. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
Based on how you were raised up,
Yeah.
where you came from, what you know.
So you feel if you can take it, you should stay.
Yeah, you should stay, and you can work on it.
Wonder, do some wonders from here. Let me see something right now. No, would you have stayed if you, the woman, were right? Would you have stayed? I don't want to be biased that I'm talking for the women. I'm talking for the women, but I'm just going based on the story and what the man did. Would you have stayed if you were the woman and you were right? Would you have stayed?
Yeah, I would have.
Hey, okay.
I would like to after.
Yeah,
I would like to say something
yeah.
about.
Okay.
If the situation is detrimental to my health,
Mm-hmm.
like then, but I don't think the situation is like out of hand that you know, like it can still be managed. What if the person the man called is not actually maybe a side chick?
Or I don't mind, even
What
if it's your sister, I don't mind. Even if it's your mom you called, I don't mind. You
It was
shouldn't
so
have done
disrespectful,
that.
Actually, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
He should have been understanding, you know, to accept that food at that instance. You know, at least to appreciate the efforts of the lady.
Yeah.
At least, though you said she was
Lazy. But I knew again.
when you there's something on the
We
table.
did
You know,
Yeah.
yes. What if there was nothing at all?
Exactly.
You know, at least he should have, you know, compromised and
Yeah,
taken the food.
he overreacted.
So he did that to you, he left.
Overreacted.
He comes back home. What are you going to do?
If you can, we'll talk about it. We need to
What
talk
is there to
about
talk about?
Hey,
There's
you
a lot to
talk
talk
about
about.
it. You should
Okay.
discuss it.
it. There's a lot to talk about.
Okay.
discuss it.
So let's assume.
What made you go?
Let's assume he's back. Talk to him.
Oh, okay.
He
I'll
he's
allow
back.
you, maybe he'll go and shower,
Mm.
come back. In fact, I'll serve you correct breakfast.
Sure.
And you think he's
Your
going to
best.
eat that?
You eat it.
Okay.
Well,
Talk to
if
him.
like, you shouldn't eat.
Okay.
Okay, so after I ask him why he did what he did, I want to know. Before then, I'll apologize for not preparing.
That is where you don't want to hear.
But you know, before you come back, if the shops are open, in fact, I'll prepare the.
Wait. Did you say you apologize?
Yes, you know. You see, you can't say.
You apologize for what the man did wrong.
Sometimes you need to apologize just to solve the issue.
Solve it. To bring peace.
Oh,
Not
then let
because you are wrong.
the World War 4 come in, World War 5 come in.
You don't just apologize because you are
Because you're
wrong.
wrong.
Sometimes just for the sake of
Yeah.
peace.
Don't you think we
The
are pampering?
atmosphere.
We are pampering this man
You are
too
not
much in
pampering
this
anyone.
situation. Edri, you wanted to say something.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
it, because
yeah,
if I want
yeah.
to go on, I'll
I
go on
wanted
and
to.
go on and go
I
on.
wanted to come in.
Come in.
Madam said he made mention of very vital statement
Okay.
about if the husband is seeing somebody outside,
Mhm.
he goes outside. Anytime he comes in, fine. You come and meet a happy woman. I wish every married woman will be listening to this, because we men, every man knows the woman she got married to or the woman she got married to. So even if he's going out, one or two is going out and stuff, he comes, he meets a happy woman. Later, along the line, the man will come to his senses that I've been doing this, doing that, doing that. He can even discuss with his friends. But if I can't, grandma, even though my woman or my wife knows that this is what I'm doing to save the marriage, not that excuse me to say she is a fool
Sure.
or something. You understand? But if the woman also meets the man, where are you coming from? You are coming from your girlfriend. You went and slept outside. This and that. Go and eat there. Today I'll not cook any food for you. Fine. The moment you do that, truly, if you are not careful, your marriage will collapse. You will go, and then somebody can manage him to the rest.
Then
You understand it all?
Yeah.
But if the woman is sober, but the woman knows that the man goes out. But if the man comes, the way they say, one day, the man will sit down with prayers and everything that, no, what I'm doing is nonsense. Even all that I'm doing, my wife, this and that. Let me stop. It's waste of time. One day you stop all those things.
I don't know why
It
this
is true,
this
yes.
story is making
But
me.
if
This story is giving me
you
mixed
fighting and those
feelings.
stuff
Like,
and this and that.
with all the stress
The
and the
man will
trouble
just,
in the world, taking care of the home,
Uh-huh.
I should come and fast and pray for you, so that you will change.
Yes.
Yes. He's
Then
your
it,
responsibility.
then it means,
Yes.
excuse my language, that means we are
You
not
know,
choosing the right
women,
partners.
you pray for us more.
No.
Because, of course, that one
You
I'll do.
understand?
If
Uh-huh.
whether my husband
Yeah.
has sense or not, I'll pray for him. You understand? But some maybe found who are actually
Aye.
quiet fasting. I bought pie good, so and that's the
You
sound.
have to.
So it means that the man doesn't have sense. I'm sorry again. The man doesn't have sense.
Say,
It's
no.
not that.
So you don't know what
If
you are
you
doing
have-
to
if
me.
you have a stable man, you have
It's not
a stable man. You have a stable home. If you have a
So
man,
right now,
Yes.
do you know what? No,
That is
please,
it.
so forgive me. I'm not married. I'm not there. But with what, I'm not that young either. You understand? With the little experiences and growing up and all that, I believe that this is a man who wants the marriage, and because we are centering it on the fact that a man in a power race, so the woman should save the home. Don't you think the man should also put in work?
They have to.
No, please, Miss Ruth, be honest with me. Calm me down. Be honest with me on this one. Don't you think that the man should also play a role in making the house work? Because it's like the man can go and do whatever he wants. The woman should be praying. The woman should be happy to work in the home. You they don't know.
No, if I can come before madam,
Yes,
let me
come
come
in.
here. It's not that. It's not that.
you have
The
to marry
man,
an
the
angel.
man also has a big role to play.
Very
Okay.
big role.
Where does he play that role?
And
Because
we
you
are
have
not also
mentioned
saying
it.
that the man going out flirting and those things is good.
No.
Uh-huh.
It's
No.
not good.
Uh-huh.
So the
That's
man
on
playing
it.
the role,
Mhm.
the responsibilities, let's say the chop monies, taking care of the home and stuff, the school fees and stuff. He's doing all those responsibilities. You understand? So if the man is doing all these things, catering for the house and stuff, the man is doing small, going out this and that. Some, if you ask them, if you interview them very well, they will not tell you. Maybe the wife have the wife have nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. But he just want to
Yeah.
go out.
Yeah.
Some too there is problem. That's why he's doing that. Because some men marry, maybe before they got married, they were not womanizing.
No.
Yeah.
But they will marry and they will start doing
She's
it.
the womanizing.
Why? Then maybe there's some problem. Some too, they are womanizing, but they will marry. He knows I'm doing that. We got married. I told him, oh, this is my problem. Or he realized it during the courtship that I like women. The moment they get married, he can change.
It's time, yeah.
Because of the character and everything, he can change. Some do you marry, they will let you go outside. So that's why we are saying that if the marriage will work, in as much as the man is playing those material roles, the other spiritual aspect is the woman. The woman have to make the marriage work. There are a lot of things you have to, swallow. Swallow it and pretend as if nothing is. Sometimes nothing is happening. Once in a while, you voice out, even that you have to wait the know-how at the right time. At the right time, know-how. And every matured man will listen.
I'm listening to knowledge.
Every matured man will listen.
But you don't like
Every matured man,
It's not sweeting me.
every matured
It's
man
not
will listen.
sweeting me. I'm listening. but it's not
If not
sweeting me.
instantly, he will go and think
With
about
time.
it and later. Okay.
All right. So and should I name this but you will find this yes, I'm getting because they are talking out of experience. So yes, nothing beats experience. That's life. I mean, no much of advice can make you learn aside experience. So maybe they have experienced it and they are talking about. And they say marriage and yes, sweet, sir. But I didn't come to this world to suffer. So you do that to me.
bye-bye.
Let's go to your final words. Before I put myself in trouble here, let me take your conclusion on this whole thing. Let me start with perfect.
The man didn't do it well.
Say that again, please.
What the man did was absolutely wrong.
Very, very, very.
So
I'm helping you.
disrespectful. This is a woman you actually claim to love, married, and building a home with. So he shouldn't have done what he did
Okay.
to the woman. in fact, he should go and apologize to the wife. And maybe take her out and get a very nice gift. And the woman too should try and seek the consent of the man with regards to the home very well. And my senior man said that the women have to do the spiritual work more, but I also think the men they have a big role. They are the head of the family.
Can be.
They are the ones who are supposed to be
Head of the family is roaming everywhere. Head.
What
is the body supposed to do?
That's it. So I want to say that both the wife and the husband need to come together and make it work.
All right. Okay. You have it from Perfect Wonders. She is the CEO of Love and Action Embassy. So I'll go to Miss Ruth. Then don't pamper the men. Don't pamper the men, I beg you. Let me take your conclusion, your final words on today's story. Yeah.
I'll say that marriage is not sweet, but it is good.
Okay.
Like the Bible said, marriage is good. And marriage is responsibility. Once you decide you want to marry, you need to get understanding. So I advise every couple to get a marital coach. Marriage is difficult. It is hard work. So you need somebody to guide you through. So this woman, I can understand her pain, but she needs help. That's all
right. Woman, you need help. I thought it was the man though. I said don't pamper them, and you're still pampering them. Mr. Edwin, let's end it with you.
Yeah, okay. Looking at the story, I would say both the man and then the woman did not do well. Both the man and the woman did not do well, because marriage is all about communication.
Okay.
As for the love, it is there. That is why you got married. Now you need to work for it to sustain. So I believe, and then I also entreat every marriage person that they should both work things out. If you are at fault, make sure you apologize. And then also, if for instance the woman or the woman like this, they should try and control their anger. And then most of the time, because if you look at the ego of the men and you also want to act the same, it will always create confusion. Because I'm happy Madam made mention of all those things, because we the men, if those things come and you talk and you don't talk, you talk and talk and talk, but the moment you also exchange, you keep fighting, and at the end one will say something that will not go well for the other. So both have to make it work, and then also the women also have to be submissive. And then being submissive does not mean you do everything in the house and stuff. The men will come in to help, but if we don't come, that does not mean you are a slave. If he comes, fine. If he doesn't come, fine.
Seek help.
So we should just have that in mind and then be ready for everything.
All right. Today's episode was super fun. Guys, thank you so much for coming. This would have not been like this exciting if you didn't come, for sharing your experiences, knowledge, and all that. But I tell you out there, if you are in this situation, I believe they've shared their experience. They are married. 1 year, 2 years, they've been married for long. So, and hey, they are not a couple. They are different couples. I need to clarify that. Yes, they are married people, but they are not a couple. They are from they have their partners separately. So just to get that straight. And please, abuse comes in so many forms. So just know whether the situation you are in, know the land. Whether it's you who is not doing the right thing, it's you who want a soft life, that every small thing your husband or your partner complains about, you take it as an abuse. No. But know the situation you are in. If it's abusive, work out. There are more than 7 billion people in this world. Marry, you can divorce. Guys, yeah, they're looking at me. You can divorce and marry again, but if you lose your life, if you lose your sanity, you cannot come back to yourself again. My name is Amasi Kappa. This is the Cow Show, and trust me, we love you all for your support and all that. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to your family and friends. You can find us on Facebook as Sika TV Official, Instagram Sika TV _official, and TikTok as Sika TV. Until next time, we say bye bye.